All right, guys, we're out here with Brandon. We're here to talk to him, get his story. How are you, sir?
All right.
Good, man. So, what's your situation right now?
Um, my situation is I just got out of prison like about a year ago. I got out a little bit before that and violated my parole. Had to go back and finish my time. And then a friend of mine I was going to stay with had moved. His
Excuse me,
mother,
bro. Excuse me.
his mother passed away at 96 years old. She'd been his life basically. And when she died, he moved, and I didn't know. And
Yeah.
so I had planned on staying with him, and when I got out, he wasn't there, and so it put me in a spot where I had no place to go,
Oh,
and I don't like the shelters and things like that, halfway houses, especially if you're trying to stay clean. Of course, it didn't happen anyway. I didn't stay clean anyways, but I didn't want to really be around that type of environment, so I just decided to go the homeless route and see how that would work out. It's been a up and down roller coaster ride like crazy because
yeah.
people like to steal your stuff.
That's what I hear, man.
It's
That is what
terrible.
I hear.
You'd think that homeless people would look out for each other and help each other, but that's not what happens. I still haven't yet started to do that. I say yet because it may end up becoming that. If they keep doing it, it's going to make me so mad that I'm going to start stealing their stuff. Maybe. I don't know. I hope not, but
Yeah.
that's probably what happens to the good people. They steal all of their stuff so many times that the good people turn bad. I don't know. But, anyways, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. I have a hernia mesh implant that was faulty from the beginning. It was a 3-day stay in the hospital from that surgery, and I've found since then, because I never paid attention to people who got hernia mesh implants or hernia surgeries, but since my surgery, I have paid attention to other people who've had surgeries, and they're in and out of the hospital the same day. Mine was 3 days in there, and there was something seriously wrong from the beginning, and
Yeah.
and then within 6 months of the surgery, I had a bump protruding out of the same spot again, the intestines coming through the abdominal wall again.
Wow.
So, I need to get surgery. And I had a job at U.S. Components for a while building trusses, and it's a 10-hour day. And where I lived is about a 10-mile ride on my bicycle to get there because they're on 3636 South Country Club Road, and I was living at basically Fort Lowell and Stone. So I would ride my bike there every day, work 10-hour shift, and then ride back. And the shift was a PM shift as well. So I had to be at work at 2 and get off work at 12 midnight.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man.
So I get home like 1:30 in the morning. It's crazy. So,
So-
after about 2 weeks of that, I was in so much pain, I couldn't even walk. So I had to call and tell them that I needed to go to the doctor. They gave me a medical leave. They didn't fire me or nothing. They said I could come back when I get it all taken care of. I did set up an appointment to get the surgery, but I missed my appointment. Things went bad. I violated my parole. Got kicked out of everything is just bad. So that's where I sit now. I need to get reparative surgery, and then I can file a claim against the company that did the original surgery. And I think I will have a settlement coming out of that. I really do. It's probably a good one too. But they won't. No attorneys will take my claim, file a claim for me until I get the reparative surgery because I waited too long. You got like 2 years to get surgery when something's wrong, like that, or to file a claim. I mean,
Okay.
and I didn't file my claim, so now they say if I get reparative surgery, and I'm going to have them put the little piece of mesh in a jar or something to show them, I'm going to file a claim against the company.
Wow. So
Yeah.
real quick,
Kind of banking on that, but
I've heard of a hernia. So what is the? It's called a hernia implant mesh or something.
a mesh implant.
So
Yeah.
what exactly is that?
Okay, so mine was a left inguinal. Inguinal area on a male, you have one just below your navel and kind of to the side a little bit on each side, and that's where there's a tube, and I don't know what the name of that tube is, but that tube drops right into your scrotum. That's like basically the top end of your ball sack. You know what I mean? That tubes go down into your scrotum, so there's a a natural hole in your abdomen where that tube goes through, and so that's a common area for men to get a hernia. It's a tear in the abdominal wall, is all it is. A tear in the muscle,
Okay.
and so the intestine comes through the muscle, through the tear, and if you don't take care of it and soon enough, it will drop into your scrotum, and then you have like a softball sized ball sack, which was horrible. And so luckily I got mine taken care of before that happened. But now I've got the same problem again, and so I can't even work. I stay on my feet too long; it starts to hurt. And I've been told, I don't know how true it is, but I've been told that if you have a strangulated hernia, like if the intestine comes through and gets pinched off, that it can literally kill you. It's that bad. It's that serious. So when it starts to hurt really bad, I have to lay down on my back and relax every muscle and hope I don't fall asleep, because the idea is to relax everything and then massage the intestine back through the hole back into where it's supposed to be. It's horrible.
Stay on it, man. Stay on top of that.
Yeah.
I assume, like, I imagine if you don't stay on top of it, it'll get worse. Like,
right.
over time
and being homeless, it makes it really tough. I do have access and I do get the food stamps, but I don't have an address, obviously.
Yep.
So I did apply for general delivery. And there's 2 locations, 2 post offices in Tucson that do general delivery. One's on Oracle, which I didn't know about. And the other one is on Cherry Bell, which is down off of Keno Parkway. That's the one that I applied for originally because I didn't know about the one on Oracle. And so far, I haven't even gone down there once, not even one time, to go check my mail. But I need to go down there and get my mail, because in the mail there will be an access card.
Okay.
And on the access card is a phone number I can call to get a provider. Once I get a provider, then I can set up a referral and then go through the whole process to get the surgery.
Got you.
Yeah, so I have an opiate addiction because of the pain and the surgery. Original surgery that I got, they put me on some kind of Percocet or something for pain. And it was right before my release from prison, because I got the surgery in prison. And so when I had an opportunity to get more opiates, I did. And so there's that.
Yep, that's how that goes, man.
Yeah.
So back to the halfway houses, was there a lot of using in there? I only went to one sober living. That was after rehab, and I eventually relapsed. It was nothing that the sober living did, but it was just due to my actions. Like, I just wasn't ready. You know what I mean?
There wasn't anybody using at the place?
No, one of my roommates ended up drinking. That really didn't trigger me, but I just got a wild hair up my butt. I was doing good in life, had cash in my pocket, and I just decided to, just make that bad decision. And it sent me for a long run, for a long time. So was there a lot of using, like, at your spot?
There really wasn't. They did smoke marijuana, though. I would smell it, from time to time. And since it's legal now, I guess it's okay. But I think that... Well, no, I'm not going to say that triggered me. I thought maybe it did, but I don't even smoke marijuana anymore. But I just still like the smell of it. So I used to smoke it a lot when I was younger. I didn't think I would ever quit, but I quit. And I think it was just because I went to prison.
Yeah.
I went to prison, and of course you have no choice but to quit, right?
Yeah.
Actually, there's a lot of drugs in prison, but it's so expensive I can't afford it.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to get dirty UA either, so.
Yeah, it's so easy to use in there.
Yeah, and well, what's really amazing about my experience with that is that in real life out here on the streets, we do abuse the crap out of our drugs. We don't realize how much we are abusing it until you get into a situation where, like, I'm in prison, right? If you buy some weed in prison, you'll get what they call a stick. It's like the size of a toothpick is how much weed you get to smoke. And it's enough, though.
Yeah.
It's enough to get you really stoned. So you don't realize how much you're abusing something until you don't have it, and then you use the smallest amount and find out that it's enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how much parole did you have to do?
My parole was 13 months because I had a 4.5-year term, and there's a couple of release plans that they offer to you. If you stay out of trouble, you can get a temporary release, which is a TR, and then now they have a transition program release. That's another 3 months. So there's 2 months per year for the TR, and then 3 extra months on top of that. So on a 4.5-year term, I ended up with 13 months of parole.
Okay. Wow.
I made it for about 3.
Yeah.
Made it for about 3 months, and then I just stopped seeing my PO because I had dirty ways, and she wanted me to go to a rehab. And looking back, I remember looking at this place on the phone. It was called ARC. I think it was called Arizona Rehabilitation
Yeah, I
Center.
heard of that place. Yeah,
Yeah, and
Heard
it
it's a
looked
good
like
spot.
a resort.
Yeah,
I like, why didn't I not want to go to that place? I don't know.
yeah, it's a whole hotel. Heard pretty good things about that spot.
Yeah, we don't realize what our choices are. Like, we're thinking, I don't want to go to rehab. That sucks. But if I would have been faced with either rehab or prison, I think I would go to rehab. You know, you realize that you have that's what your options are.
Yeah.
In the situation that I was in, there was no way that I could just keep skipping past the cops and my PO and everybody else, and for the rest of my life. You know, come on.
Yeah,
I should have just gone to rehab.
yeah,
But I ended up violating my parole and going back to prison. And of
Yeah.
course, I just stayed.
man. So what are your biggest challenges as far as staying out here?
My biggest challenge is keeping the things that I purchase or earn in some way. If I collect things, tools, for example, that I need to build things or fix things, those tools are important to me. And the challenge is to keep them, because these people want to steal your stuff. It's ridiculous. I can't believe that so many people that are homeless are stealing from each other.
Mhm.
Like, what the fuck? You know, like, I don't understand that. I grew up in a different era, and there was like a code amongst people. Like, if you're traveling, I don't know if you've done much traveling, but when you travel on the road, there are certain things that all the travelers do. You know, like if a big truck is passing you, when he gets to a certain point, you flash your lights and let him know he's passed you so he can get back over.
Yeah.
It's just a courtesy thing, you know?
Yeah.
And then if you're at a campsite where everybody that's traveling is at this same campsite, we just have common respect for each other. You know, offer somebody some food or whatever, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And it should be that way with the homeless people, but it's not.
Yeah,
We've
with
got a lot of
everybody.
scandalous people that want to take advantage of their neighbors.
Yeah.
And I try to tell people, like, look, I'm no different than you. I'm struggling just as hard to get by out here. It's just maybe I'm a little more of a hustler. Maybe I get out and I try harder or something, because I always have money. I always have cigarettes. I do what I need to do to get what I need to get. I won't go without. And that's just the way it is, you know. So people take my stuff.
Do they usually wait
And-
till? Do they usually wait till you're asleep to do all
I'm
that?
sorry, what's that? Would you please,
Hey, excuse me,
can
brother.
you please be respectful while I'm getting this done right here, please? You hear me? Please? I will get up right now. Ugh.
I got you on the cig, brother.
I'm trying
I got
to
you on
hear
the
what
cig.
he's asking me, and
30 minutes a time.
What's that?
Been with them for 30 minutes straight, dog. Let us
You don't want a cigarette?
Yeah,
Is that what
I
you're telling
wanna
me?
get in, yes.
Okay, just
So I
relax,
go
brother.
home and get on the bus.
All right, just kick back.
It took you once a half a blink, dog, to get that cigarette. Like one blink.
I
and
gave
get
you a
that
cigarette, bro. Excuse me. All right, have some respect, please.
You guys need a permit, zoning permit. There's a zoning permit for this.
All right, thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
Where's the zoning permit?
Um,
Show me the
you're gonna
zoning
get me on film kicking this guy's ass in a minute.
Nah, you're good, brother. Nah, don't worry about it. You're good, bro. I got you on the cig. Just chill, please. I got you.
He's talking about drugs, highway, clickers, traffic lights.
Please, roll. Let's get through this. I'm asking you, please. Wow, what is up with this guy?
You're gonna.
Imagine getting that on film, huh? Oops.
That's all right, man. Well, I'm sure I'll see you again out here, brother. We'll cut this one loose.
I'm sorry. What was the question again?
Oh yeah. Do they usually wait till you're asleep?
They do
Like,
it
to
when you're
take your
sleeping.
stuff?
They do it when you're away from your place.
Yeah.
Sometimes they do it right in front of you. Seriously, like it's that bad that they will. Like, if you're wearing a backpack, I play guitar, and sometimes I'll sit places and play.
Yeah.
I found out one time I was sitting on the sidewalk playing the guitar, and there were people sneaking up behind me and unzipping my backpack,
Yeah.
trying to get in it.
Man.
Then I had some people steal my bike right in front of me one time. They directed my attention away from the bike, which was about 10 feet away. And when I walked over here to talk to this person, they took off the bike down the tunnel. I had the tunnel. I was in a tunnel. That was probably not a good place to be. Would you please stop, man? You're really making me upset here. It's getting me a little aggravated right now. This guy won't stop talking.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that would be one of the biggest challenges for me is this.
It's
Just the
dealing with people
respect.
like this.
Yeah,
You know what I
100%.
mean? That's
Yeah.
the challenge.
Yeah.
That you can't get any respect. You can't, can't.
Yeah.
I will whoop your ass.
Wrestle with a referee and a mat and a
I will get you good. I'm a good wrestler.
college
Watch out.
wrestler, college wrestler.
I can wrestle.
Wrestle with the devil every day with them demon spirits. Hey, who are you, Quentita? Señorita Tatita? Shut up, Tatita.
See, she's even telling you, man. Come on, bro. Please.
Over there. She obviously is Dina.
But-
So this is the challenge, and it's a perfect example
Yeah.
of what we deal
Yeah.
with out here. People that just
Biggest
can't
challenge.
have a little respect and courtesy
Yeah.
for each other. You know, like in all ways, not just this type of situation, but in every other way.
Yeah.
I try to, and I'm really pretty generous guy, and I'm really helpful
Yeah.
with people. But
Yeah, I see that.
there's situations where they take advantage of that.
Yeah.
And so
My twin brother's gonna hear about it.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate your time. Thank you for your story. I'm sure I'll see you again.
yeah, I'm sorry that
Yeah.
it didn't work out a little better.
No worries, man. I appreciate your time, brother.
All right.
Thank you.